All right, which one's which? He always calls us by the wrong name. Well, So I'm Shelley Bradley Eric, class of 96, and my journey with you, Riddick dog, began in the 8th grade at Shadowlawn Middle School Smelly Room Cafeteria, where you were taking auditions, and that was a way for me to get out of class. So I came and auditioned and found out later that I had made chorus for the 9th grade. So I was very excited, and I wasn't. And yes, my sister was not excited because that meant we had to share you. And she was a senior and I was a freshman. But also, I wanted to do choir not only because of my sister, but also because of, well, trips. You got to go on trips, and those were some great times, and I wanted to share one of my favorite times. One of my favorite times is when we went to the Bahamas, and not only were we were really good, but there, I never knew that you were, well, like, could be funny, and that you could really dance. So on this trip, I don't know if you remember, but I sure do, but you would cut loose a little bit. And not only did you cut loose, I got to cut loose with James, which everybody knows him as James Edward if you were at Bartlett High. So through that, I just wanted to tell you thank you. And that I enjoy music. I am not a music teacher by anything, but I enjoy music, and it's because of you, and you have taught me to enjoy all types of music. And I am so blessed to have been your student and not to be afraid of you, like Jeff DeGarmo said that everybody had the fear of you. And I think I might have been like the only one who wasn't afraid. So... And he did steal my line about you mellowing out, because I said that at the table right before we was going to come up. Because I said, you know, Mr. Riddick used to be, everybody was very scared of you. You were very stern. You had a down pat. And you came to Arlington, and something happened. And you have relaxed tremendously. Your wardrobe has changed tremendously. And so thank you, Arlington High, for that. But I love you, and I'm so glad to know you, James, and Deborah, and that I get to spend every Sunday with you as well. So thank you so much. Hi, I'm Sharon Bradley. I'm Shelley's sister, and I had to endure a whole year with her in choir with me. At least we were on opposite sides, though. Well, not at first. Not at first. Yeah, we're on the same side, and then she moved over. Thank you. I'm just kidding. I do appreciate that experience, because now we can share that now that we're friends. We are. And I just want to just let you all know that there's still one more week of school. It's not over yet. So all those kids of yours, I know grades they're not due just yet. And so anybody who showed up here tonight needs some extra credit. Just kidding. Yeah. Anybody from my generation knows that anytime we would need to do anything extra, there really was no extra credit. But I was always asking, can we get some extra credit for that? Because, you know, when you get your report card and you'd see 99, it's like, really? You couldn't give me 1 point? I couldn't get 100. I got an 88. What's up with that? So I always thought we needed some extra credit. But you know what? That is one thing, though, that I did learn from that class, and I want to talk seriously for a moment, is that I really appreciate the discipline that you instill in all of us, because in real life, there is no extra credit. You do it, and you do it well. And Mr. Riddick instilled that, I think, in all of us. And there's no reason that you can't do things at an excellent level. It may take hours and hours and hours of practice and rehearsal and work, but it is worth it. It is worth it. And I think in all aspects that carries over in any work that we do or any relationships that we have with other people. It takes time, it takes work, it takes perseverance. And I just wanted to mention this also. I know that a lot of you are probably teachers now, and there's a new grading scale for teachers. You know, level 1 is if you're, not so good. Level 5 if you're at the top. And there's not a number for you, Mr. Riddick. There's no number that can exceed the value of what you've given to us as students. And so this may be your retirement from your public school career, but the memories and the love of music will last forever, and we appreciate that. Thank you.
First of all, I didn't know we could tag team this. So that's a little unfair. So I'm losing my voice, so bear with me. But so 38 years, is that right? 38 years? Wow. Wow. So my name's Eric Joyner, Bartlett High School. In the house. And I was in his choir from 1993 to 1997. Yes, my voice still cracks today. I'm 35 years old, which means he's been teaching longer than I have been breathing. So I was in Chorus 3 Chorale at Bartlett Connection under Mr. Riddick, and he taught me so much in that time. Words cannot describe how much you've taught me. He is a genius when it comes to directing choirs. He could take any group of kids and turn them into championship professional choirs, as many of you are well aware. He can also be pretty much of a drill sergeant. Arlington, I hate to tell you this, you don't have it near as bad as we did at Bartlett. So, I know you might beg to differ, but we got battle scars to prove it. He doesn't tolerate anything less than your best, and I didn't steal that from you, DeGarmo. I had that on my card. He doesn't tolerate anything less than your best. He was all business in the classroom in order to make us number one. And we were. Every single year that I was at Bartlett, we were number one. San Antonio, Texas, Blue Ribbon Choir. Bahamas, number one rankings. Orlando, grand champions. And Colorado Springs, Colorado, we were first place. And that was all because of Mr. Riddick. He was a good sportsman as well, so this brings up a very vivid memory of mine. I'm gonna need the mic stand for this one. So, when we went to Orlando, there was a specific choir there from Plano, Texas, that was incredibly good. Like, if you've seen Sister Act 2 and you saw that choir come up in robes and they're like, and they start singing, that was Plano. So when it got to award ceremony, everybody was like, Plano won, Plano won. So they announced third place, and then they announced second place as Plano High School. Well, all of us jump up screaming because we knew if Plano was second, we were first. Well, Millington High School was there as well. And they had not been called, and he did the blink at us like I had never ever seen in my life. I mean, another one of my favorite memories of Mr. Riddick is for about 2 years, I think I had him convinced there was an actual bird in our choir room. So anytime it was silent or he was being very serious trying to teach a part, I would just sit there and Riddick Dog would be like, and all of us are like, well, he started to catch on that it was me. So what ended up happening is eventually I would do it and he'd look straight at me and I'd stop. Well, Mickey Myrick over here in the corner would pick back up. So he's like, and then my final memory of Mr. Riddick was Colorado Springs, Colorado. We had just pretty much checked into our rooms, and we were supposed to be going and meeting for a rehearsal, and all the guys, rebels that we are, were late. And there was a specific reason we were late. We were all in our rooms shaving our heads. Don't ask me why. We thought it'd be cool to shave our heads, but we did. I was the only one that did not, but not because I wasn't going to, but because as we're shaving one of their heads, in walks Mr. Riddick. So picture this, there's a guy over the toilet with someone taking clippers over his head, and Mr. Riddick behind us just... So needless to say, we got in a little bit of trouble for that. But Mr. Riddick, there are no, like I was saying, there are no words to thank you for how much you've meant. The ripple effect that you have, I don't know that you'll ever be able to know. Just tonight, my wife texted me from out on the road and said that she was explaining to my son Noah about what we were doing tonight and why we were doing it. So my son responded to her and said, so then he helped me too. And she said, well, what do you mean by that? And he said, well, he helped make Dad better, and Dad helps make me better. So he shared his talent with both of us. So thank you, Mr. Riddick, for helping me to grow as a musician, to be a perfectionist, and expect nothing less than the best that we can give. Thank you.